What is going on, guys? My name is Jay and I'm back with the tutorial that I promised in my last video, which is for the Russian Roulette machine made with redstone. And today I'm going to be showing you how to build it. I'm not going to go over how it works because that was in my last video, so if you want to see that, then there'll be an annotation on the screen now, and there'll be a link in the description as well to my previous video. So let's get started. We're going to build it in reverse order. So we're going to start with the trapdoors first. So you want two sticky pistons on top of each other facing you, one right next to them facing up, and the block of your choice underneath, on top of that piston, sorry. And that is going to be the one that creates your floor basically, so you can use whatever you want. And I'm just going to build another one of these. You need a free gap in between them, and just do exactly the same again. I'm only going to build two booths this time for time's sake, but it's just the same design repeated 6 times, and this time it's only been repeated twice. So if you wanted to do a 6-person one like I did, you'd literally just repeat this 6 times. Well, repeat one of these 6 times, sorry. So for the wiring of it, you'll remember I've got the tubes that you fall down into, and they serve a purpose because they're going to conduct the redstone to push this piston up. So if you want your lava will go in there, and that'll be what you fall into. Obviously you can make that deeper, but that's what you fall into, and that has to be one below the piston that's coming out. So to wire this up, you have a repeater going into that side block, a block of your choice next to these two pistons with redstone on top, a repeater going into that block with a 3-tick delay, and then you want to connect to them exactly like I've just done. You don't want to run your wire straight down the side, otherwise it'll interfere with this. You want to run it across two and then down into that one, and you want to bring one piece of wire out here because this is what we're going to connect into. So if I just repeat that quickly on this one in case you missed it, it's going to be like that, like that, like that, and like that, with one piece this way. So now you can see that that's your trapdoor. So your false floor will be all around this, like so. You want to just see quickly what the floor will be like. Obviously you can make it out of a block that you want, but that will basically be it. And you'll stand on the middle one, and the torch will go out and you'll fall into the lava, and them gaps will be filled in like that. So that's how a single booth works, and then that is basically it. So that's all the trapdoors, that's exactly how they work, and then we just need to connect up to them. And the way we do this is using an RS NOR latch, a vertical design. So we have a block there with a piece of redstone on it. We have a redstone torch on the front of this, 2 blocks high, remove the bottom block, a torch on top of it, a repeater facing the opposite way directly underneath that block, and then another block with redstone on top. And that's your vertical RS NOR latch. So I'll just build another one for the hell of it. And you will need one of these for each of your trapdoors going down. So just repeat it as many times as needed. But it's a pretty simple RS NOR latch and it works perfectly for this design. So then coming off that, you want to make a bridge 3 blocks long, and then coming down 1 block, and as you can see I'm placing it on the side of the redstone. You can just build a block up and then remove the block after if you want, but I just did that for time's sake. So now you've got that as an input going into your RS-NOR latch, so you want to bring some wiring off them, and that is it for that. Now I'm going to show you how to build the reset for the RS-NOR latch. So you want a repeater going into this block here with the torch on the side of it, and you want to come around the other side of it, remove the block next to it and the block directly underneath it, and put wire on there, bring that up and going into a repeater for this next one, and then you will do this all along for as many as you've got. Just keep repeating that same thing. 2 underneath, come up 1 block and then directly into the repeater, and your next RS-NOR latch should be there, and so on. So that's how you do it, and that's the reset line. So now I've got them in their reset state, both the blocks are up, and if I was to trigger it, the trapdoor would fall out and stay falling out because of the RS-NOR latch. So the next component I'm going to be showing you how to build is the AND gates going into them. So your AND gates, you want to come one away in line with this block and place 3 blocks in a row like so, and exactly the same for the other one. You want to put a torch on top at each end and one on the front, and then redstone connecting them. So torches like that and them connecting, and then you just want to run the redstone to the front of the torch. So if that torch flashes, it'll trigger the RS-NOR latch and the trapdoor will fall out. And you then want to put repeaters going into either side, and again this way like so, and then just connect these up with redstone, and this will be going to your buttons inside. So that again will go as long for as many of these gates that you've got. Like I say, you just repeat. If you cut it down there, you literally just repeat that design 6 times in a row, leaving a free gap in between. So that is it for the trapdoor basically. Now we just need to connect the clock up to it that makes it work. So what you want to do, you want to come a few blocks away, and this is the sort of clock that I use because I find you've got the most adjustableness with it. Adjustableness, is that even a word? Oh well. Put them repeaters like that, set them to 1 tick delay, have redstone coming off like so, and going into a block here with a torch on the front so it's powering this repeater. And then if this piston gets power, that'll create a clock. So that's perfect. I'm just going to move this clock back a bit actually because I missed a part out. So I'll show you that part first. And that is the rapid pulser that's used for these AND gates. So the simple rapid pulser that I use is a sticky piston in the floor with a block on top of it, a repeater going in one side and a repeater coming out the other. And I'm just going to check what my timing's set to. Yeah, and the second repeater is set to 2 ticks delay. So, and I've built that too close again. Not my day, is it? So I'll just start again, and I'm going to bring some space back and do it here. So exactly the same as before, 2 ticks delay, block on top and redstone coming out and connecting to all of these. So that's your rapid pulser. So as you can see, when I activate that, a short pulse comes out the other side. The only problem with this design is it's sort of a glitch, and it only works one way. If I was to do it facing this way, it doesn't work for some reason. So if I was to put it facing the other way on the map, it wouldn't work. So you'd have to use a different rapid pulser, which doesn't use a glitch. So I'll just show you how to build that quickly, and you can choose whether you want to use that one or turn this the right way so it does work. But I'll just show you quickly what you want to do. If you want to cut out a free gap in the floor, and you want to have a block above the first gap, piece of redstone underneath there, 2 repeaters, one of them set to 3 ticks, and then blocks covering it. You want to have that repeater going into the first block, torch on top of the first block, and that coming off to there like so. So now when that gets powered, you can see that no matter how long this input's on for, that end output will only flash for a short time. That's basically what you want, and that's the old-fashioned rapid pulser if you don't want to use this new one. And you'll also need to invert the output of that, but it has to be done after, because you have to have redstone on this block. So all you do to invert the output is that. So now that torch will flash for a short while every time there's an input, as you can see, and that's all it is really. You can adjust the timing with the repeaters underneath, but as you can see, that's quite bulky, so I use this style one. You just have to make sure it's facing the right way. If there's 6 of you, you can all stand in a booth and just keep pressing the button until eventually you all fall down into